Welcome back to the False Nine TV channel for the third 333 installment of the American Reacts off-season shenanigans. So I am obviously the American, and since we've already done a league in Africa, in Asia, and I know most of the European leagues and all the North American leagues, I decided to take a chance on South America, and I've got every country in this random generator on my computer screen here, and we're about to make. Well, I'm not about to make it, but we're about to see what our fate is today. Okay. Well, this is a good pick because I think I know very little to nothing about this league. Before I tell you what league it is, if you can, hit the subscribe button, at least hit the like button. I would appreciate it very much. And if there is a league you want me to do, drop it in the comments, and I promise you I will touch on the league if I don't know a lot about it. So let's roll the intro, and let me tell you what we're doing today. So the league that I am reacting to today, at least crest-wise and team-wise, is going to be the Chilean Primera División, which for my American viewers, that is their version of MLS. For my European viewers, that is their version of the Premier League. It looks like the league was founded 92 years ago, 16 clubs, and the most championships. Oh, Colo-Colo. I actually know that team, so maybe I know a little bit more about this league than I thought I did. With 34 titles, geez, they got 1/3 of the titles in the history of the league. So, with that said, what I'm going to do is pull up a list of the teams, click on their Wikipedia page, and just react to the crest. And if I see something cool in the little brief description, I'll probably say it as well. This is going to be live reactions. I'm going to be in the corner here in a second, but this is going to be legitimate reactions to Crest. So let's get into it. So now that I am in my safe place down here in the corner, I did notice something interesting when I pulled up the map. It looks like the majority of the league is actually in Santiago, and it looks like there's really only one squad that's out of the central third of the country. So I don't know. I find that kind of interesting. So, and I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these names. The first team that I have on the list, and I'm just going in on ABC order, is Audax Italiano. And that looks like the Italian flag on the crest. So I have to imagine there's some sort of history there. But there's not a whole lot on the Wikipedia page, but I do see the crest. The crest itself is actually pretty cool looking. I do like the Italian color. I don't understand the Italian colors, and if you know, drop me a comment and let me know. I do like the little eagle at the top of it. If I have to give this one a rating, I would give this one a solid. And remember, 5 out of 10 means you're average. You're nothing good about it, nothing bad about it. And this is just my opinion, so it's very subjective. This is a nice looking crest. I would give this a solid 6.5 out of 10. I don't think there's anything bad about it off the top of my head, or at least by looking at it. But I would like to at least read here for a second and understand why there's an Italian connection here. But it really does not tell me. Well, I would love to know if you can tell me in the comments why this is some sort of Italian connection club. Now, the next club is Cobrasal. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong too. And this is an interesting crest. And I don't think I like this. Their nickname is cool. The Desert Miracle, the Miners. I at least get the connection, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. This looks like something I could make on Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word or something. I'm not saying I don't get the connection with the name and everything. And I do like the color scheme on what the kit looks like, but this isn't for me. Although I at least understand it, it's just not for me. I give it a 3 out of 10. The next one is definitely a club that I've heard of, Colo-Colo. And I know them because they are just obviously just the goats of Chile, I guess you could say. And I know Vidal, or at least last I knew, was playing for them. And yeah, I love their crest. I would give this one a 9 out of 10. I mean, when I see this crest, I think of just history. I think to me this is up there with like Boca and River Plate in terms of South America. Like when you see this crest, it's going to be a tough game. So I would give this one a solid 9 out of 10 just because this is just one of those crests that you know what it is right when you see it, at least if you're a football fan. Next club is, oh gosh, Coquimbo Unido. I'm not sure if that's Spanish for United or not. Oh, this is a cool. This is cool. It's got a freaking pirate on it, which their nickname is the Beardy Man, the Golden Black, and the Pirates. Yeah, I see every bit of that in this crest. Um, if you take away the pirate, I think this is honestly a very boring crest. But that pirate adds so much character to this. You don't see things like that here in the U.S. and in Europe. Yeah, this might be a little goofy, maybe even a slightly cartoonish, but I love this crest. I think I would give it a 7 out of 10. It does kind of remind me of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is a cool crest. The next one we have is Deportes uh, Lequique. Gosh, I'm sure I'm butchering that one. And oh my goodness, this is another cool crest. First of all, about this crest, I love this color scheme. That off blue and black goes so good together. The sky blue dragons, okay? And there's obviously a freaking dragon in the middle of the crest. I love that when a team or a club focuses on something that's not something that I didn't like about the Nigerian league that I did was there's a lot of focus on footballs, and I think that doesn't show the character. And this crest has a lot of character. I like this. This is man. This actually I would wear this if I had a kit from them. I would definitely wear this. This is thus far, this is my favorite one. I would give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And these are very high scores compared to what I've done in the past two videos. Next club, De, De, Deportes La Serena. Mm, I'm not as high on this one, but it is unique compared to what I'm used to. Uh, it looks like there's almost like a castle wall in it, and there's a knight, so that does kind of go along with something. Let me see if I can read a little bit of something about this. I'm sorry, my throat is have to keep having to take a sip of something. Or just by scrolling, I can't really find out what the crest meaning is, and I don't want to take too long trying to find it, especially as the video rolls. But mm, I think it's slightly above average just because there's a lot going on. I like it. I just don't necessarily understand it. I would give it a 5.5 out of 10. We'll move on to Everton. So maybe I do know a little bit about this one as well because I ran into a South American who was going to school not too far from me one day, and going to college here in Texas, and he was actually telling me about a club, maybe in Colombia, called Barcelona. I can't remember where he said they were, but he did mention to me there were South American clubs that kind of mock the names of Premier League teams. I think there was an Arsenal. I think that was in Argentina, maybe. And then I did know about this club, the Everton. But their badge does not necessarily resemble Everton, that's for sure. They got 4 stars. I don't know if that means they've won four titles or not, but I would assume it does. Uh, the ones from the hill, that's kind of cool. The badge itself, if you take away the stars, I actually don't necessarily like the badge. I would give this one a 4.5 out of 10. It's very basic. It's very like FIFA create a crest kind of, especially in comparison to the first few that we saw. But that's a recognizable name. Our next club is, oh my goodness, am I going to butcher this one? Huachipato? Huachipato? So sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And this looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers, NFL team here in the US. And they're nicknamed the Steelers. Well, I hate the Steelers in the US version. Um, it looks like there's a bunch of, it looks like there was a big steelworker factory here. I don't know if it's still there or not, but that's actually why the Pittsburgh Steelers were named after. The only thing I don't necessarily like is this looks like literally a copy and paste job from them. Um, or maybe Pittsburgh Steelers are a copy and paste job from them. I don't know. I don't know which club is older. I'll try to put that on the screen. But anyway, I don't really like how the blue and black. I don't see how that goes with the actual center of the crest. But nonetheless, it is at least recognizable for me. But I don't like it. So it's not my least favorite, but I'm still going to have to give this one like a 4.7 out of 10, slightly below average for me. The next club is Nublense. Nublense. Again, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. And I take it back. This is my least favorite so far. I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10 because, again, this is very FC create a crest. It's very plain, and it's just got the name in the middle of it. I do like the Red Devil nickname. Clockwork Sausage? What on earth does that mean? Please let me know in the comments what Clockwork Sausage means as a nickname. Anyway, I like the Red Devils, but that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much all I like about this one. So we'll just go on to O'Higgins. Man, this is an interesting league. O'Higgins, my first thought is this is some sort of Irish team, but it does not look like any form of Irish team. Chosen in reference of the founding father Bernardo O'Higgins, who is actually of Irish ancestry. Okay, so my initial thought was slightly correct. The crest itself is okay. It's got a star on the top of it, so maybe that means they've won the league at least once. It's got a very interesting style there at the top that reminds me of some no times and perhaps the 1940s. I'm going to give this one a straight 5 out of 10. Next one we have is Palestino. There is no way. What is going on with this league? This is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, these are all, my mind obviously goes to Palestine here. And it was founded by a group of Palestinians. Wow. Or Palestinians. Wow. This is this is honestly a cool league. Some of the stories behind these clubs are pretty awesome, and I did not expect these in Chile. I love their kit. I love their kits, but the crest itself, I don't necessarily like that well. I respect the colors there, but again, very, very creative clubby on FC. I would give this one a 4 out of 10. Looks like we've only got 4 left, so we're almost near the end. Our next club is Unión Española. And this is a very old club. And the crest kind of makes me think it's an old club as well. So they did a good job with that. I like how it's got the UE in the middle of it. Yeah, this is a badass crest. The Fury, the Reds, or no, just the red. Yeah, this is awesome. I like this a lot. This is very. This is just a loud logo or crest. Yeah, I would give this one a 7.5, an 8 out of 10. I love how the bird looks. I like the colors. This is just intimidating. I like this. So we've got Unión La Calera. Again, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's slightly above a Create Club crest, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan because QPR does this. They'll have Queens Park Rangers and then QPR in the middle. I don't like clubs when they have their name around the crest and also in the middle of it. So actually, that just dropped a little bit for me. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 10. It's a little basic, and again, you're just kind of repeating yourself in the crest. Universidad Católica. Oh, this is one of those sharp looking crests. I've seen that in Spain a few times. But unlike Spain, this one seems a little bit boring to me. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I don't like it. I would give this one a 3 out of 10. And our last one is Universidad de Chile, which has got to be in Santiago, right? Yes, it is. What is that? If you're looking at the bottom of it, it definitely looks like just a bang average crest. But what is going on there at the top? And just for time's sake, I can't figure it out by skimming, but there's a lot going on there at the top. What is that? Huh. Is that an owl? Is that supposed to be an owl? Oh, I think it is because their nickname is the Owls. Okay. Okay, this is cool. I like this. It's not my favorite, but I do like this, and I wish I knew what it was slightly quicker than what I did. So I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. It's a solid crest. It does look very university-like. And if that is an owl, I kind of dig that. So that's pretty cool. And that is the last one. So let's jump into the conclusion and get this video over with. Thank you very much if you made it to the end of the video. These are actually really fun to do. There's not a lot of editing involved, but I do try to do them quite quickly, which a little bit quicker than what I would like, but that's just for time's sake because nobody wants to sit here and watch a half-hour long video. So hopefully I didn't overbore you and you learned about some Chilean crest. And if you know more about them, please educate me in the comments because these were actually some pretty badass crests. That said, thank you so much for watching. Have a good week or weekend, depending on when you're watching this. Please drop a comment and a like and subscription if you can. If not, thank you anyway, and be safe.